Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Auto Up with me, your favorite robo-reporter Ryan. The last Ford Everest came late in the Ranger's life. This time around, Ford hasn't dawdled. The new Ranger UTA has barely hit Australian showrooms, and already the 7-seat Everest is on hand to offer all the same off-road capability in a body with space for 7. Like the Ranger, it packs a tougher new look on the outside and its interior is brimming with the sort of technology that would once have been unimaginable in a car with commercial roots. The 2023 Ford Everest is a very important SUV for the Blue Oval brand in the Asia-Pacific and Australian region. As a matter of fact, it's one of Ford's top-selling vehicles in places like Thailand, Australia, and the Philippines. Whereas most of its competitors are just in their mid-cycle refreshes, the Everest is already a next-generation vehicle. Thus, the Everest will set the tone in the segment, especially since the new generation models of its competitors are yet to be released in the coming years. Riding on a heavily re-engineered T6 platform that also underpins the Ford Bronco and the Everest's pickup sibling, the Ranger. Depending on the trim level and whether you prefer the adventurous 4x4 model, there are many features on offer. The 2023 Ford Everest is genuinely a serious contender in the utilitarian space, considering how modern and sophisticated it feels both on the inside and out. Technically, the new Everest is not out yet. For the public, that is. The available details are pretty much reviewers getting a sneak peek of prototypes. That said, we should see it going on sale close to the tail end of 2023. In this video we are reviewing the 2023 Ford Everest. But before we get into the video, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. A rugged yet tailored exterior. The 2023 Ford Everest's tough yet refined exterior not only showcases that it's an SUV that's ready to hit the trails but is also well suited to visit the hotel parking lot. Much of what we know of the Ford Everest is based on prototypes. The design, especially the front end, is reminiscent of the Ford Maverick pickup, which is already a stylish and contemporary utilitarian. Borrowed elements include the C-shaped headlights and a redesigned front grille among other things. The grille now houses a camera. The new Everest comes with a leaner, more muscular look compared to its more rounded predecessor, yet it also managed to learn a thing or two from the latest issue of GQ. This Titanium Plus 4x4 variant has just the right amount of chrome details to make it look refined rather than ostentatious. There are functional heat extractors on the front fenders and a plastic insert with the engine designation stamped on it. Moving to the rear, the tailgate is new and happens to be more sculptured than before. A new pair of rear lights complete the look, although not every trim level is expected to feature the full-length taillight. Combined with some of its details such as the 20-inch wheels, C-clamp LED daytime running lights surrounding the adaptive matrix LED headlights, and a full-width tailgate garnish that emphasizes this SUV's width, the Everest communicates its tough but sophisticated demeanor extremely well. Interior. Comfort and dynamics are the two areas Ford has excelled in when creating the new Everest. Ford Australia's engineers set out to reduce what they call head bouncing, or how much the passengers are bounced around inside the car when driving over rough roads, and they have succeeded by delivering a cabin that is comfortable and refined for passengers regardless of which row they're seated in. Up front, the driver and passenger are faced with a well-appointed dash. The standard center screen is a massive 10.1-inch unit, but that only comes in the Everest Ambiente model. All other models get an even bigger 12-inch screen that includes all your A/V controls, HVAC, and Ford Sync 4 infotainment functions. Ahead of the steering wheel, which is now adjustable for reach as well as height, is an 8-inch configurable digital dash so that you can set up your gauges and info however you like. The 8-inch screen is in all models bar the Platinum, which gets a 12.4-inch unit. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are offered in all variants, while wireless charging is only available on higher trims. The two screens are intuitive to use and are very responsive in how they respond. Even better is the fact that while Ford's aim was to reduce the button count inside the Everest, they still kept the important climate control hard buttons, so it's not only high-tech, but it's still an intuitive interior. The Everest Platinum model replaces the titanium from the previous generation Everest, and it really takes the 4x4 wagon up a notch in terms of equipment and styling. Basically, it gets all the options and some exclusive extras like the Bang & Olufsen 10-speaker sound system, 10-way power adjustable heated and cooled seat and 21-inch alloy wheels. For those that want a more practical and sensible wheel choice, you can option 18s back on your Platinum. When it comes to space, there's plenty of it across the front 2 rows, with the Everest being wide enough to accommodate 3 adults across the second row. There is more leg and head room for second-row passengers, while the third row remains best reserved for kids or anyone shorter than 150 centimeters. The lack of room in the third row of seating was a little surprising, but the roof-mounted aircon vents do a great job of mitigating the claustrophobic feeling. It also helps that the second row of seats is on a slider, and can be moved forward for extra rear leg room. Engine and powertrain. While its 184 kilowatts of power and 600 Newton-meters of torque are not all that much more than that of the biturbo four-cylinder engine's 154 kilowatts and 500 Newton-meters, it's the smooth, quiet power delivery that makes the difference and contributes significantly to the Everest's high levels of cabin quietness and refinement. The four-cylinder diesel has been upgraded for its application in the new Everest with changes to the injection system and other aspects, all designed to make the engine quieter, but it still can't match the refinement of the V6. The 4's 500 Newton-meters of torque still gives the Everest plenty of poke, and family users and those towing will not be disappointed in the way it gets along. Both engines are backed by Ford's 10-speed automatic transmission, which again has been refined and improved since its application in the previous models. ADR-rated fuel consumption is 7.2 L/100 km for the i4 engine and 8.5 L/100 km for the V6 4x4 models. Everests have an 80-liter fuel tank. The four-wheel drive system is again a full-time, dual-range system, and there's a rear differential lock for when the going gets rough. Using the off-road systems can now be done via the off-road screen, which brings all the functions to the big center screen, including the forward-facing and 360-degree cameras. Safety. All new Ford Everests get a full suite of class-leading safety features, including AEB, side airbags that extend through to the third-row occupants, a center airbag between the driver and front seat passenger to stop them smashing their noggins together in a crash, lane keeping assist with roadside detection so that it doesn't rely on the white lines, blind spot indicators, reversing emergency brake, and radar cruise control. The blind spot indicators work with the Sync 4 trailer setup to take into account the length of your trailer and adjust the range it covers. Trailer sway control and a 360-degree camera are other handy safety additions. Unfortunately, the essential safety item of a tire pressure monitoring system only comes on top of the Range Platinum Everest. When you consider that all these fancy electronic safety systems still rely on the vehicle's tires having the best contact with the road beneath you, then there is no more important factor than maintaining correct tire pressures. That's all for today. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Please leave us with your valuable feedback if you found this video interesting. Stay tuned to our channel till the next video, and until then, see you soon.